Okay, heading on to a little bit of a part two now on rigging. So following on from video one where we've set up the main rig, I didn't really go into hand details that much, so I wanted to kind of leave that to begin with and come back to it. To begin with, what we want to do is want to make sure we're in pose mode because we want to undo all the transforms that we had. So select all to get every single one of your excuse me, all of your pose, right click and clear user transforms just so that you're resetting your rig. Okay, moving on from there, let's head into edit mode with tab, and we're going to focus purely on these hands now. And we already put a bone in them before, but now we really want to extend this so it's better quality. I'm going to look at it from the top as well because it's a lot easier seeing what's going on. Just making sure I'm looking at this in the right direction as well. So I want to make sure, yes, this hand. It's one of those silly little things where you have to make sure that you're looking at the correct hands on both fronts, or well, on all fronts to be quite honest. Okay, so I've got over here and I've got over here now. We can look at the kind of different way that hand bones bend. In reality, this bone here is very solid. I think as well, to be quite honest, we've got our little flexible point, so that should be able to move along. And you've got to kind of work out where your bones in your hands come and move from. Now, feeling my hand, I personally think that my thumb isn't really controlled by this bone here. It's actually controlled from the wrist more than the actual hand itself. So what I'll do is I will come over here, I will select this one and I will extrude it along here. Now I'm heading at a diagonal here, and that's probably one of the slight problems. I'm just going to press X so I only move in the X direction. Once I've got it where I want it to be, I'm going to move over this side and then I'm going to G and Z it so that it moves downwards. Now this is actually me just creating a single, what you might call very rigid thumb for now. I'm also going to over here G and then Y it to line it up here. Okay. Now I can actually start worrying about creating smaller bones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on it, I'm going to subdivide it, and then I'm going to, let me think, subdivide it one more time. Oh, no, actually, do you know what, subdivide it, and then let me just double check my thumb here. So I've got a long bone here moving up to this is where I have a lot of fun playing around with my hands and working out how my hands work. I'm just going to G this and just going to try and maneuver it into the right position. G this, get it in the right position. There. And then once I've got that in place where I think it should be, then I can subdivide that so that it becomes the other two joint points. And I think I've got something a bit more logical going on there. Okay, moving over here, I want to start creating the different hand joints, finger joints even. So again, I've just got to think carefully about how I'm going to branch these all off. Part of the thing is this decision about whether or not you have a single hand bone that then bends and then you branch off from it, or if you run it as a separate set of individual bones. To be quite honest, I have to admit I haven't had much luck here doing any of these, and I'm hoping that this one works. If I, helps if I'm in the right view, if I kind of do it gently and gradually. So starting from here, you can see that I've lined this one up perfectly with this finger, and then I'm going to go E, and then I'm just going to move it to there, trying my best to make sure that it goes exactly where I want it to, which is roughly where the knuckle is that I'm looking at. Okay, in fact what I'm probably best off doing is doing G and moving it all the way to the fingertip, making sure that this is all nicely in line. G, Z, because I just don't feel it is. G, Z. I'm just trying to line it up a bit better. I think the other thing is obviously because I'm seeing through as well, I've got to be careful not to confuse which finger I'm dealing with. Over here, let's just have a look. Yeah, there we go. Okay, same again, I'm just going to subdivide it. Now, what you've got to remember though is we've got 3 joints. So if I G and then X this now, trying to line it up with that knuckle there. Again, these knuckles are very hard to see because of the positioning. G and X. I think I'm getting it lined up to the right knuckles, but you know, if sometimes moving into a different view helps. Okay, I've also got GY because these don't look nice and straight. Trying to get them kind of to line up nicely, like so, with the finger. Right, and you can see this is going to be a fun process, not, as I try and very carefully run a set of bones throughout the hand. Now, this is the next little problem I've got, because personally, I think if I were to put in a set of bones all the way in here, which is actually how your hand really works, it's a set of tendons, I suspect what I'll end up with is too much flexibility across the hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come here and I'm going to separate the bones, and hopefully separate the bone. Let me check here. Mirror, clear the parent. That's what I probably want to do. What I'm trying to do is I'm actually going to have this bone like this, so that it's the hand bone, and then the individual finger bones will be separate from it. And I'm hoping this will be the right way to do it. I'm just going to duplicate that, move it along the Y, G, move it along the G, move it along the X. To rotate it just gently, and basically I'm just going to line it up with this next finger. It's scaling up because it's a larger bone. Rotation's still a bit off, it's a bit rubbish. I'm just going to try and line it up with that one, which I think I've managed there. So hard to see because of all of the other stuff that's going on. Okay, same again, just going to grab that, duplicate it and move it across there, and once again rotate it so that it's straight to that bone. G, and scale it down a little bit, and finally, no, wrong one. I've gone off track there. Okay, and then finally A, and then duplicate one more time, scale one more time, T, scale G to there, and oddly enough I'm just going to rotate that a little bit, because when I was having a good look at my hand while I was making this, I actually realised that my my own personal hand, my little pinky finger, like both hands, just seems to bend inwards slightly, and I had a couple of looks at some other hands, and yeah, it seems to be something that can happen. Now my aim is to just try and find my knuckles and line it up to them, which is not easy. I'm going to do it from this point of view to see if it's a bit easier to manage. G, X, I can see that it's not quite on the knuckles in the right places. It's just about manoeuvring everything now and getting it to where I want it to be. Okay, there is one of my hands. Now it'd be interesting to see if this has actually worked within, basically if I head now into pose mode, select these bones. Now you can see that they're not going to work, and that's partly because this has already been parented completely previously, so the model's been parented in the place. That's where these will work, but my new bones aren't going to. So what I need to do is I need to go back into object mode, all again. I can reparent with automatic weights, let it just run through, go back into posing, and hopefully we've got a bit more movement. Now if I were to look here, you can see I got some, there we go, I got some rotation on my hand. It's really more, my biggest worry is that obviously what I've got, ooh, look at that finger, I broke his finger. That's because what I should be doing when I'm doing this is really looking from one direction as I play around, yeah? So this is only it now. When you're looking from this kind of angle, it's very difficult to work out what finger you're grabbing hold of each time. This is why I'm also looking at this view as well. And what we're getting is some bending, which is exactly what I was trying to achieve. But what I'll do is I'm going to pull this down, pull this last one down. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to bend the hand slightly. Now, I'm actually curious that if I go bend it from here, I can bend this thumb in a bit and make it feel like it's clenching a bit somewhat. I'll probably actually, while I'm here, to give him an actual pose. As you can see, it can get a bit freaky after a while. But there we go. Let's have a bit of accusation going on. Yeah. Now, I still have to do the other hand, no doubt about that, but I just thought it's definitely worth showing how we actually rig up a hand. I've still got to do the other hand, but the good thing is I can just copy all of that bone structure and reparent it. There's always a bit of distortion, unfortunately. It's very difficult to fix everything, but you know, it still turned out to be a rather cool, rather decent, rather posable hand going on. And just to kind of prove a point here as well, that it hasn't wrecked everything in the process. Come on, I want to see through my skeleton, you pain. It's decided to be difficult now, it won't let me see through. It won't let me see through this one. Let me go back into object mode, click on him, see through, armature. Don't know why my armature's not showing up here at the moment, it's kind of annoying. But let me just grab hold of his arm, just to kind of prove that doing the hand hasn't messed up the arm as well. So I should be able to rotate the arm. And the major problem that I do get with this kind of approach is that it's trying to get like the kind of wrists properly working, so to speak, so that they twist, but unfortunately it doesn't really allow for it in the way that I want. But let me You know what they say, you know, like, there we go. And you point the finger, 4 point back at you. But you can see that my actual arm is working as I kind of want it to. It's very difficult, unfortunately, in this kind of posing to make the wrist turn the other way, and that's more of an advanced posing technique, unfortunately, which I'm not going to kind of hit at the moment. But I have to admit, what we have here is a nice little setup for the hand. Obviously, you just do the same on the other side, Control P it to parent it. And there we go. That is our our process of rigging a hand up in the most basic fashion possible. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next video.